In the criminal justice system, the people,
pimps, addicts, thieves, bums, winos, girls who can't keep an address, and men who don't care,
are represented by two separate yet equally important groups.
A cop, a flatfoot, a bull, a dick, John Law, you're the fuzz, the heat, you're poison, you're trouble, you're bad news.
These are their stories.
During the Trump-Russia investigation, two FBI agents were essentially smeared by the right and Donald Trump. He called them lovers. It was awful. Peter Strzok and Lisa Page are the two FBI agents I'm talking about. They got their messages, and then they interpreted the messages as some sort of deep state jihad they were on. Of course, it wasn't any kind of deep state thing. It was two FBI agents talking. And they, after all of this stuff went down, and now the entire cloud of that incident has blown over, they're still damaged. And they sued the U.S. government. They felt that their privacy rights were violated. And guess what? The court agreed. The government is paying Strzok $1.2 million and paying Page $800,000 in settlements. Strzok was a senior FBI counterintelligence agent who helped to oversee the agency's investigation into the Trump campaign's ties to Russia. This is in 2016. He also worked on the investigation into 2016 Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton's private email server. So he's working both sides. Page was an FBI lawyer involved in the Trump inquiry. Well, they both sued the Justice Department after officials with the FBI shared copies of text messages they sent. And they referred to President Trump as an idiot and a loathsome human. They sued. Government writes them both big checks because the government was wrong. And what's happened to both of them, I think, is, again, despicable. It's a smear. It's like what happened to Alexander Vindman when he testified. You'll remember they went after him. They destroyed him. They derailed his career before retirement. His retirement age was coming up. And not only did Trump go after the one Vindman, they went after his twin brother as well. Anyway, back to the two FBI agents. Well, I've been vindicated by this result. My fervent hope remains that our institutions of justice will never again play politics with the lives of their employees, Page said. Both Strzok and Page became subjects of right-wing ire after the messages leaked, with Trump repeatedly naming them specifically as evidence of a government conspiracy against him, and both left their jobs after the texts were leaked. I mean, these are public servants. When you work for the FBI and you work for the Justice Department, in large measure, those people are really trying to do good work. Now, the FBI, the Justice Department, replete with examples through history of not doing good work. But the idea somehow that you just throw these two people into this pit of political recriminatory rhetoric is disgusting to me. And that's exactly what Trump did. Strzok and Page filed these separate lawsuits in 2019 against the Department of Justice and the FBI for violating the Privacy Act by releasing their text to the press before turning them over to Congress. That's how this whole thing happened. The Justice Department Inspector General report concluded there's no evidence of a political bias in the investigation into the Trump campaign's tie to Russia. That was, again, from an Inspector General. So Merrick Garland said, it's not a question of reward, it's a question of the government paying for violating the law. And that's the end. Again, the settlement paid to these two former FBI agents, $1.2 million in the case of Strzok, $800,000 in the case of Page. Meantime, on the other side of town, it's happened. That's right. Starbucks has gone too far, my friends. Sales tumbling as customers are rejecting the high-priced coffee, Kim. Consumers have reached their breaking point with $6 iced coffees and lemonades at Starbucks.
Good day, sir.
Starbucks sales dropped 3% globally. 2% drop at its home North American market. That masked how steep the decline really was for Starbucks last quarter. Total transactions at North American stores open at least a year fell 6% in the quarter. That was offset in part by higher prices. Fewer people are going to Starbucks and buying drinks and food. Second straight quarter of sales decline. Could it be, Kim, that Starbucks, having enjoyed a honeymoon for so long, may have just pushed the limits of tolerance when it comes to price?
You know, we stopped going, and you want to know why? Because even though Coachella Valley iced tea isn't cheap, it's a lot cheaper than Starbucks. I think the quality's better, and when I make my Coachella Valley coffee iced tea, I can do it in a metal container, and I don't get the microplastics and pollute the world with plastic cups. So I feel like I'm doing better in a million ways. So maybe other people are following suit. I don't know.
Wow. Kim with an effective takedown of Starbucks. I thought that was very well done. When you've got Coachella Valley coffee,
who needs it?
Who needs Starbucks? But they may be finding many people like Kim McAllister who've had enough, who don't want to pay exorbitant prices for drinks that aren't as good as Coachella Valley coffee and polluting the environment at the same time.
Yeah.
What is their strategy to win back customers, Kim?
More sales and new fall drinks. They have 3 new fall drinks that are coming out. And apparently they're doing the buy one, get one drink.
I see. Yeah. They're using a play from fast food chains, of course. The pairings menu. You get a drink and a breakfast item for $5 or $6.
Yeah.
It's called a pairings menu. They also rolled out new technology called the Siren System, which is designed to cut down the amount of time it takes to make cold drinks. Faster blenders, new dispensers. That's what this country needs. Faster blenders and new dispensers, everyone. And if I become your president, I'll see to it that we have the fastest blenders and the newest dispensers on earth. That's Law and Disorder for today.
Tune in again next time for more Law and Disorder on The Mark Thompson Show.
All right, that's it. Let's roll. Hey, let's be careful out there.
Hi, it's Mark, and I thought that was great. Hit the notification bell. You'll know whenever there's a new video being dropped, and please subscribe to our channel to help us save the universe.